Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today I'm continuing my playthrough of Normandy 44. We are up to turn number 6, and on this day in history, Crisbeck was abandoned during the night, which I believe that is the spot we were trying to hit last turn. Yep, right here. So I have a feeling they're not going to be abandoning it during the night this time, unless we're able to get a better result than we did last time. We'll have to see. All right, let's get going then with the initial phase. First step is to determine the weather. Get our dice rolled here for that, or die rolled here for that. 5. Hey, look at that. Some clear weather for the Allies. All right, so clear 5. We're looking at the Germans can only build one improved position. Set this down here for a sec. Grab one of these and hopefully, excuse me, not forget to use it this time. They get one supply point. So we'll need to decide if we want that with the 7th Army or Fortress Cherbourg. I have a feeling we might need it over in here. We're really going to need it over in here probably, but unfortunately we don't have we do have these Werfers that might be able to get into position to do something, but yeah, I mean at this point they're kind of interchangeable, so until the Allies manage to cut off the peninsula here, so we'll just give it to 7th Army. All right, what's this? Infantry replacement 1. There's a little note here on 0. Must be used on a 0 or -1 TQ unit or the replacement is forfeited. Interesting. All right, so we'll have to remember that. Kind of turn this sideways to denote that when we get to the replacement phase. And then no armor replacement. The Americans get both an infantry and an armor replacement. It's very nice for them. And the British just get an infantry replacement. Right here. Okay, and then this is the really good part for them. They get all 3 of their air units and both naval units. And supply points / reinforcement points are available. So they each get 1 supply point. Again, waiting for those mulberries to be finished to increase that. And then all of these get flipped over to their available side. I'm just going to use my fingers. It's easier. Both naval units on the U.S. side and all 3 air units. Whoops. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is if the Germans do decide to make an attack, you're going to have to roll on the Jabos table over here. Jabos, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. which could result in additional column shifts to the left for their attack, depending on what they roll. It also means, I think it has some effect on their road movement. I think mechanized units might have reduced movement allowance, if I remember correctly. Let me double check that. Weather, here we go. Here's all the weather effects. Yeah, German mechanized units movement allowance is reduced by 2, and primary road movement cost is increased to 1/2 movement point per hex. Well, they've been used to that. That's the same as overcast, but now they're cut down to, I think most of them have 5. There might be a few that have 6. Those are all going to be reduced by 2. And they have to roll on the Jabos table, as we mentioned. All right, so that's the weather. Nothing to do for mulberry construction. We're just waiting. Next turn, the the U.S. will get theirs, but the Commonwealth are going to have to wait probably until turn 9 at the earliest, because there's going to be, well, I guess it depends. If these guys end up getting eliminated during the German supply phase for isolation attrition, then they'll get it on turn 8. But otherwise, it's going to be turn 9 or later, depending on how long it takes to get rid of them. All right, what else we got here? I think we did everything else. Receive supply points and replacements, we did. And then we need to ready all in supply headquarters and Werfer brigades. And I don't think there were any that got flipped last time because they didn't move far enough and the Werfers weren't close enough to be used for anything. So I think we're all good there. So we go to the German player turn, starting with the replacement phase. So as we just mentioned, they have this one infantry replacement that has to be used on a 0 or -1 troop quality unit, or it will be forfeited. So let's see if there's someone that can take advantage of that. Not them. That's armor. They don't have any armor replacements, correct? No. They have 3 infantry replacements. And at least one of them has to be used on 0 or -1. Well, they're disrupted, so they wouldn't be able to take it anyway. I think all these are full strength, yes. They're disrupted, so they wouldn't be able to take it. Oop, I just took out my stack over here. I think that's where they were. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Or no. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. Okay, flat cannot take replacements. Oops. Who we got under here? They're a +1, so I mean they could get one of the regular ones, but not that one. They're disrupted, so they couldn't take it. Well, here's a 0. Could give it to them. Would put them back up to 3 strength. And then, of course, we have all these eliminated units over here, too, that are possibilities. All right, but I think it's best... Well, not necessarily, because we can bring them in when the unit takes replacements, when we bring them back from the eliminated pile, I think that they can go into a town or city that we control. Let's see. Replacements. Here it is. Returning from eliminated. Friendly controlled city, town, hex, or with a friendly HQ of the same nationality. And it has to be in supply, cannot be in an EZOC. Must be within 5 hexes of another unit from its division that was on the map. And then it's going to get a replacement marker, and it can move 1 hex, but I believe it cannot move next to an enemy unit. Yeah, here it is. May not. A unit that starts in an EZOC may receive a replacement as long as it uses its 1 hex movement to move out or doesn't move at all. So that's why I think it's probably best if we could give it to someone that's in place, because they could be already on the line. So where was that guy? Was that this one? No, it wasn't him. It was this one up here. So I think we'll use this for our 0 or -1 replacement. Didn't have any intentions of attacking with them anyway, I don't think. All right, so that's our special one spent. And then we've still got 2 more that could be used. Oops. I think we're pretty good over here. However, and let's take a look at our. So we got this guy that's been reduced to cadre. Looks like both of these. Where are they located? Well, there's one of them. Probably be a good idea to get him back up. That's a Panzer Grenadier unit. They do take infantry replacements. Yes. Yeah, so let's give one of them to this guy. Get him back off of here. Come in on the reverse side. And where was that other one? It would be a regular Panzer Grenadier unit. Division. Who's with Panzer where? So probably over in this vicinity somewhere. Oh, it's this guy, isn't it? Oops. Yeah. Yep. He's disrupted, so he can't get it. So I think maybe we give it to this guy. so that's their last two infantry replacements. Keep knocking that over with the leg. We'll look for a replacement marker. Put that on him. And that's it for German replacements. So next up, German movement phase. All right, and remember this is when we can build this other strong point or start construction of it. Let's put it down here, figure out where we want that to happen. Yeah, so over here, I think we're okay in this portion, unless we wanted to try making an attack here somewhere. I forgot to give this guy a replacement marker. Although, with that clear weather, it's probably not advisable. These guys are in a town, so they should be pretty good. Concerned up here. We're still trying to, now this, assuming they don't move, this is going to finish that entrenchment. Or that strong, improved position, sorry. Not strong point. I like having that as a thorn in their side here. It's going to become untenable here soon, though, I think. These guys are already in an untenable position. They need to pull back. We're going to have them pull back to here. We may need to give them a little bit extra. So how about one of these guys? Because they need to hold to prevent this from collapsing in behind this unit. Likewise, these guys do too. So I think we send, these are just in mixed terrain, so it's only giving them a 2. These guys have a 4. So I think we give these guys this 4 unit. So 1, 2.5. They can get into there. Beef that stack up. And I think we give these guys one of these 2 strength units. Give them the one with the poor troop quality. These guys, I think we need to try to get further over this way. 1, 2, 3. They can come in and help these guys out. So they're not getting a defensive combat bonus on their own, so now they can with some infantry there. This position is also becoming untenable, so we need to pull them back. I think these guys push up into here, form some Zachbons through there. actually. I wonder if it'd be better to pull this unit back to here. Only problem is then they're in the clear terrain. So no defensive combat bonus. They would only have 6 as opposed to 8. I think we'll leave them there, prevent them from getting a 3-to-1 attack. All right. So let's finish up over here before we continue further westward. I want to get these Wurfers up where they can do some good. So, and remember they considered mechanized. Wurfer brigades. Yes, they're mechanized. So their movement allowance is reduced to 3 because of the clear weather. So 1, 2. Excuse me, maybe put them there. That puts them in range of several of these. Just have these guys move up 1 hex to here. They can cross a major river, right? Yeah, they're considered mechanized. Mechanized major river. Yeah, as long as they start adjacent to it, they can cross. This headquarters, maybe we slide it over this way a little bit so they can, that at least gets them in range of that hex. Okay, down here. We gotta plug this somehow. These guys can just make it to here. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I think maybe we consolidate in this hex here. No, that's not a bond, but at least we have not overlapping Zocs. That's North Africa 41. We have adjacent Zocs, so they can't at least punch or move through there freely. Yeah, so I think we move this entire stack into here. We're all right here, holding fast. Hold there in St. Clair sur l'Elle. Butchered that, I'm sure. Okay, up here, these guys are in trouble. We can't have them stay there, I don't think, or they're going to end up like the headquarters did over there and get cut off. So unfortunately, I think they're going to have to abandon this and pull back to here, which means these guys need to move away. That's been an extra movement point to disengage. So going to here would be 2 movement points. They could get to here. Yeah, let's do that. We'll pull them back to here. These guys will move into there and have to stop because of Ezok. I think this is probably okay here. Well, let's see, where does this one reach? One. I could actually push these guys probably up into here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can get down to this region. So I think we're okay pulling these guys back just a hair. Yeah, we got to try to form something down here. I think maybe we move them into here. Here. Two, 3. These guys can get over into here as well. We got this unit back here still. Well, he could actually get up into this hex, I believe. We'll remove his truck marker, so he goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, I almost forgot too. We got our reinforcements. Let's see what we're getting. Not as many this time, only 4, 2 of them headquarters. Let's see, these guys and these guys are both coming in yellow. So down here, well, that's good. They'll be able to help fill this gap here with some artillery support. Not this turn, but and these guys are coming in for green. So we got the 2nd Fallschirmjäger Corps headquarters. Thinking maybe, yeah, they can kind of move up in here and maybe we'll start working the SS headquarters back over closer to their units over here. So we do have some truck that we can use to help get them up quicker, and our 3 strat move markers. But again, these guys are limited to only 3 movement points. So everyone's going to have 3 movement points. I believe that even affects if we throw these on a truck, it allows them to move as a mechanized unit with 5, which would be reduced by 2. So really the truck's not going to do them any good this turn. Let's see. I think we want to get this unit up into this area. Probably to link up with these guys, give them some armor support. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. If we do strat move, 4. 5. Can't go adjacent, so, or we can't stack with them. So I think here's about the best we can do with them. Maybe we'll just put them in the trees there. Panzer Corps, 47th Panzer Corps headquarters. 1, 2, 3. So I think we figured out we could get closer from here. 1, 3, maybe not. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think they can stack either, so we'll put them here. They'll be on their moved side. Okay, and then these guys, that's the first we've seen of that division. We've got another regiment coming in turn 7. Looks like that's it. Just 2 regiments of those guys. The 275th. This is just a battalion. Probably going to want to get them up in this region too. 1, 2, 3 to there. They're not mechanized, so they can't use the strat move marker. And then we'll send the Corps headquarters 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, we got the 47th here, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, St. Lo is a good spot for them, I think. We'll probably have them kind of shift up over this way so that they kind of cover between the Coentin and start shifting these guys back over this way. So we'll have these guys here, the Fallschirmjäger headquarters kind of in this vicinity. We'll pull these guys back kind of this way. Then we'll have the 47th to cover over here, and then we've got the 86th here. So that should hopefully cover the entire line with artillery support. All right, so now that we got our reinforcements in, let's continue with what we were trying to put together over here. That hex is fully stacked, so they can't go in there. That one is 2. Maybe we move these guys just kind of around, kind of have them hang back here, kind of see where they're needed. And they could take a small unit there. See if we got anybody we can spare. Yeah, one of these guys. We could adjust over to here, and then these guys can come join this stack. That's fully stacked. So we have these guys disengage 2. And they're not going to be able to make it, unfortunately, if they do that. these guys back. I'll allow these guys to move in. They could come over to here. 1, 2, 3. Maybe help defend some of these strong points as the allies start pushing up along here. All right, I think it's probably about as good as we can do. I really don't think any attacks at this point would be wise, given the clear weather. So let's see where we might want to put or start building an improved position. These guys didn't move. So we could put one there. These guys did move into here, but I don't know if a unit receiving replacements can start an improved position, though. Actually, I wonder if these guys should have pulled back across the river here. Kind of hate to give up ground, but by the same token, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. So wherever these guys came from, I think they were the ones on the truck, right? Yeah, they could still get to here as well, just as easily. So let's do that. We're going to pull these guys back across the river so they cannot build an improved position. That's already got a town there, so maybe maybe this would be a good spot for one. Or here. Or here. We did have that unit that stayed. Or actually, yeah, both of these units stayed there. I mean, we've got the flooded hex sides here helping us out a lot with the -1 and halving, so yeah, let's see if we can't get an improved position here. Slow them down even more. So I think all this stuff moved. We don't really need anything here, I don't think. So yeah, let's see if we can get that one off. All right, so that's German movement. We're not doing any combat, no reserve movement or combat. So that will take us to the supply phase. And let's see what the fate of our out of supply units are. We don't have any additional units that are out of supply. Everyone along here is good. But we got these 3 that are still out of supply, so they're going to flip to the red side. And then have to start rolling for, isolation attrition. All right, so let's start with this one. And then this is where they get the +2 for being able to trace to a friendly controlled city, strong point, coastal hex for the Allies, or a friendly headquarters. And then plus or minus the unit's troop quality. So all three of these are going to get the +2 because they're either headquarters themselves or strong points themselves. This one's got a 0, so he's just going to be a +2 for his isolation roll, and it's 1 through 4. They get reduced a step. So he's safe. Next we have the 84th Corps headquarters, also with a +2. Their troop quality is 0. Oh, they are eliminated. So that will not further delay the British Mulberry from being constructed. All right, then we have this strong point over here with a -1 troop quality. So it's going to be a net +1. And they are eliminated. Well, they lose a step, and they're only 1 step, so they are eliminated. Okay. That, I believe, concludes the German German recovery phase. We should have removed their replacement markers, disrupted markers. I think that's all that applies to them. Someone down here took replacements over here. Have it disrupted here. And replacements here. I think that's it. All right, let me get those put away. And then we can go on to the Allied player turn. All right, so starting with replacements. So the Allies have, the Americans have 2 infantry and 1 armor replacement, and then the British have 2 infantry replacements. So let's look at the British first. Who do we have here that can take replacement? That's airborne, so they can't. Let's see, what do they have on the... They don't have any on the cadre display, so... We do have this one that could take a replacement. Oops. SS Brigade cannot. I think that might be the only one. Oh, and these guys. We do have 2, so looks like those are the 2 that are getting it. So 3rd or 8th Brigade of the 3rd Infantry Division will take a replacement. And the 151st, is that what that is? Yeah, 151st Brigade of the 50th Infantry Division we'll take a replacement. So that's there too. And then 2 infantry and 1 armor for the Americans. Rangers cannot take replacements. So it won't be them. They have, we got a tank unit hiding under there. Let's get them up here. That's right, that was the reinforcement that came in last turn. The only thing they have on the cadre display are airborne units, so they're not eligible for replacements. We might have a tough time spending these infantry replacements, because I don't think we have any regular infantry units that are reduced. So who do we want to get the armor replacement? Looks like this is the only eligible candidate for that. Alrighty. Now for reinforcements, we're not going to make the same mistake we did last time. We're going to switch it up. So last time we brought in CCA of the 2nd Armored Division into Utah, and we brought in one of the battalions from 3rd Armored Division into Omaha. So this time we'll bring in CCA of 3rd Armored at Omaha. And we'll bring in this tank battalion at Utah. So that's our 6 replacement points for the Allies, or for the Americans, sorry. And then looks like we were just continuing with infantry for the Commonwealth. So let's bring in another brigade of the 15th. They were coming in. Where's our other 15th Brigade? It's right there. Yeah, I think we were wanting them to come push down this way, so we'll bring them in at Gold. And then the other one is the 43rd. And where did we bring them in at? Right there. Yeah, I think we were hoping to be able to spread out here a little more and bring in some more infantry to help out these ailing airborne units. That shouldn't be there. Pretty sure he was on that. We're definitely going to want to smack this thing again. So maybe we bring them in at Juneau. Maybe they can help out with that. We're going to have to try to... Well, maybe we can... We definitely hit here. I think we hit here. Probably here. Try to collapse this back in toward con. Maybe we rotate out some of these weaker units here. Get these guys up into there to help out. So what do we got that we can bring against this? Well, what do we need, I guess? They've got 10, they've got 16, they've got 18. So we got to get 18 just to get to 1-to-1. And I think when we did this before, we used the 3rd Canadian as our main attack force, assault force. These guys counted as the attached unit. So we've got 6, 10, 14, 17, 18. Yeah, we've got 18 here with just Canadians. And plus a few shifts. Hopefully we can dislodge them. I think we want to concentrate on getting some more force swung to the west here. I think we pull these guys out so that these guys can attack. Let's get these 2 guys into here. Armor just for an extra, actually. Yeah, these guys are the same division as them. So maybe we pulled them into there. With some tank support. And we swing these guys around. One, 2, we want to hit that hex. Move these, that brigade of the 50th up with their buddies here. Guys come down in here to help out. Actually, that's them. Let's see, where were these guys originally? I think they were in here, right? We went 1, 2. So they've moved 2 so far. I think we want to get these guys over here. So we'll disengage and move them over to here. That way we got all the 50th together. And let's get these guys down in here to take their place. So that was 2. I can't make it that far, though. All right, well, for the time being, they'll just have to come in here. Let's get one of these in here to help them out. And 2, 3 down to there. All right, I think we're going to take this reserve marker off of them. Ooh, some full strength armor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, they could get into that. We could move these guys off. So these guys could slide over to here. That'll allow this guy to come in to here. And then have these guys. 3. Maybe just kind of hang out there for now. See, they got buddies here, and where's the other one? Over here. And maybe we keep them more like here. Yeah, let's just keep them on this primary road. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't get much more to go up against these guys. All right, I think that's good for our British sector movement. Except we got to bring our reinforcements on. So these will have... Where were their teammates? Down there. So we'll have them come in here. Start making their way that way. And then these guys... we have them just sit here for now. Okay. Over here, we can get some tanks up with these guys. never do. Attacker halved. I think we make a big push there. These guys push forward there, I think. Get on the other side of that river. So on this hex, I think we bring these two into there. These guys into there. They'll come along just for the ride. They can't attack. Bring these guys into there. Actually, they can come into here from this hex. That way they're on that intersection. They can go whichever way they please. Yeah, so we're set up for a good attack here, I think. And then, man, what do we do up here? We bring them into here. We'll get a regroup marker. They'll be at half strength. Oh, right. We got these guys here now. They can put a hurting on somebody, so we don't need this armor there. We got to make room for them. I think we push this cadre up to here. Whoops. Just to be there, I guess. Let's bring them in here so they're going to be at full strength. These guys will be half coming across the flooded hex side. Only be, oh, they could be, they can attach to the 101st, so they can all be at full strength. I think this one we bring in then. So we need some more armor support over here, I think. So let's bring them into here. So they won't need a regroup marker. Yeah, I think that, unfortunately, that's about all we got going on up here is attacking this guy. Try to push them back. of static up here in the St. Miraglice region. All right, I think that's good. So let's see where we want to do some attacks. We want to do at least 3 in each sector because we have all 3 of our air units available. Straighten some of the stuff up here that moved. Okay. So we know we want to attack here, and we know we want to attack here. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 3. Yeah, 3. So that's 11. So that would only be a 1-to-1 initial odds there. We know we want to attack there. And here. I think we don't attack here, we attack here. Definitely here. And here. Maybe here. 3, 4, 5, 9 plus 4 is 13. I'm sure we can muster up 13. Yeah, easily. Yeah, let's do it. Gonna try to give ourselves some breathing room over there. All right, let's go through and figure out what all these odds are pre-shifts, and then go from there. So starting here, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 4 is 13. We do this as the main attack force, main assault force, so that's 15. Plus, I think we'd have to do that. I was going to say we could do over here to get our +1, but I don't think we'll get enough factors then. So we can make these guys the main assault force, have these guys be the attached unit. That would give us 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I guess we'd still have enough if we wanted to get that +1 troop quality shift. There will not be an armor shift because of this flak unit. Actually, we won't get a troop quality shift because they have a +1. So no, there's no sense doing that. So yeah, this is just going to be a 1-to-1 before any other naval, artillery, or air support shifts. Pretty sure this one will be the same. Improved position prevents armor shift, which we wouldn't have had anyway. And they've got +1 there, so there's not going to be any troop quality shifts. So this is also going to just be a 1-to-1. We did demonstrate earlier that we can bring at least 18 factors against it. Ooh, these guys, I don't think we want to leave them there by themselves. Part of this airborne division over here. And let's just pull them back to there for now. Okay. I mean, hopefully we'll push most of these guys back, so it wouldn't have mattered, but just in case. This one, again, no armor shift and no troop quality shift. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm sure we've got at least 12 in here, yeah. So that's going to be a 1-to-1 initially. Here, we've got 3, 4, 5, 9. So we can get to a 2-to-1 here if we can get 18 factors. So we do the 50th as the main assault force. That's 12, 15, 18, 21. Yep. So that's going to be a 2-to-1. Here we've got no armor shift, no troop quality shift, so 2, 4, 8, 11. We have 14, 18, so it's going to be 1-to-1 initially. Whoops. Over here, we've got no armor shift, no troop quality shift, so 5, 6, they're in a town, so 10. So as long as we bring at least 10, yep, 1-to-1. May have to decide to forego some of these. I don't think we're going to have enough shifts for everybody. Here, again, no armor shift, no troop quality shift. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we can easily bring at least 11 there. 1-to-1. And up here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can get a 2-to-1 here. So these guys will be our main assault force, the 101st. So that's 11. Excuse me, plus half of these guys is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we've got our 2-to-1 here, initial odds. Okay. I think we start over here with this one because this is our key attack in this area, I think. So we'll definitely use a naval shift because they're inside the naval bombardment zone. And let's use an air shift. So that'll take it to 3-to-1. We could throw in artillery. thinking we got 3 other attacks we want to do. This one we could probably get by without any shifts. Or we could give actually, if we do this attack first and then this attack, we could potentially trap these guys where they can't retreat. And we'll have to hit these pretty hard too. Probably 2 shifts on each of those. Yeah, let's do that actually. So let's do an artillery. These both qualify for naval shifts. I got to remember too, I think I was overlooking this before. I don't know if it would have ever applied, but for the armor shift, there's actually the possibility of a defender shift if the attacker doesn't have an armor rating and the defender has an infantry and an armored unit that has a gray armor rating. I don't think we've had that situation arise. I need to keep that in mind. Yeah, that's the only way the defender can get a terrain shift on the defense. And then I don't think they can only use artillery to provide defensive bonus on. Yeah, the defender can't receive shifts in the attack. That would be if they end up doing a defensive, determined defense. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's do 2 shifts on this. That's going to make it 3 to 1. Ooh, 3 to 1, 6. Nice. A D1. So I think they will take it on. I hate to take it on the flak unit, but I hate to lose an entire unit or take those guys down to cadre too. So I think they'll take it on the flak. And then they can attempt a determined defense. And then here's where we can decide if we want to use some artillery to help that or Werfer to help that. They'll probably use this as the lead unit, so they'll get a +1. They're in a town, which is still just other. Trying to think which of these are probably more crucial. They've got 3 supply points at their disposal. I think keeping this is more crucial than keeping that. So yeah, let's go ahead and use some con artillery. So we'll get a +2 for the determined defense roll. Ooh, 1 becomes a 3. It fails. They have to retreat 2 hexes, although they can stop after 1 hex because of the city. That means these guys can advance to here. And yeah, I think we have them go in there. I think we're okay with letting them move into that hex if they want to. It'll make it easier for us to attack them. right, continuing on to this one. I think we give it a I think we want to hit this with all 3 shifts, so gonna have to save the naval, I think, for that one. Hope we get lucky here on a 2-to-1. I think the Germans were a bit overly optimistic, thinking they could hold out up there. Should have pulled them back. All right, so this is going to be a 2-to-1. Oh, another 6. Wow. 2-to-1 6 is an A1D1. And attacker step must come from the math. Each side chooses their own step loss, though. Okay. Well, I think whoops. Come on. I think we take it on this flak unit. This flak unit can take replacements. It's not a flak unit, it's a anti-tank. And then who were we using as the main attack force? I think it was these guys, right? Yeah. Nobody provided a shift, so we'll just take it on this unit here. And here's the problem. These guys are going to have to retreat 2 hexes, which means these guys could come in and completely cut them off if we don't hold. So I think we have to try a determined defense here with this as our lead unit, and I think this time we'll use the Werfers, so we don't have to spend a supply point. So they get a +2 modifier on the other column. One. Going to be another failed determined defense. Oh boy. And they got nothing to stop their retreat, so it's going to have to be a full 2 hexes. And they have to end up 2 hexes away, so they can't go like boom, boom to try to give them a retreat path out of there. Boy, oh boy. I think we go to there or here. They're going to be able to move up into here and here. I think I'd rather have them here. Yeah, so these guys go boom, boom. And these guys go boom, boom. They are in trouble. Actually, these guys don't have a Zoc. So they actually have a retreat path out of there if I do that. Maybe we just advance with these. Leave them there. Yep. And if we get a retreat here, then I think we shift these guys over to here to fill that gap and then advance into there. Okay. Next is this all-important fight. All right, so 1-to-1 attack. We'll use naval for a shift, air for a shift, and artillery for a shift to make it 4-to-1. Four to 1, 5. It's going to be a D1 result. And let's see. I think we just lose this unit. All right, now the all-important determined defense roll. This will be the lead unit, which gives us a +1. We will use artillery support. I'll go ahead and spend this one for another. So +2. We're on the improved position column. Not quite as good as the strong point city column, but let's see what we get. A 6 +2. So we do hold, and the attacker over here. It's the same for all. Attacker loses a step. Attacker's choice, and not necessarily from the main assault force. Really don't want to lose any of these Canadians, so I think we lose this armor battalion here. All right, so they do manage to stay, and we'll have an opportunity to try to break out. All right, so let's shift over to here. That leaves us with no shifts for this attack. So that's just a 2-to-1. We don't roll so good there. It's an A1DR. Let's see, it has to come from the main assault force, which was these guys. Yeah, we weren't getting an armor shift, so it doesn't have to come off the armor unit. And then a DR. We're in a town. It's still just on the other column. We could just do a 1 hex retreat into one of these bocage hexes. Yeah, I don't think that's, I think we go to here. All right, so I think we can't advance here to here because that's moving from an EZOC into another EZOC of the same unit without entering the defender's hex. But I wonder, can we advance here than here? That might be legal. So I kind of want to link up with the Zoc bond over here. All right, advance after combat. Advance an enemy Zocs. So here's a bunch of examples. Enemy Zoc bot. Yeah, we know about that. EZOCs. No unit can advance from one EZOC directly into another of the same enemy unit unless it is entering or has entered the defender's vacated hex. Furthermore, the attacker must stop upon entering any EZOC except when entering the defender's vacated hex. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything restricting that. I'll see if they show an example of that here. They don't. But I see nothing that would prevent us from advancing here and then here. And then we'll just push these guys into the town. Okay. Then moving on. Let's see, I don't think there's any particular order that these would really affect the others like it did over here. Don't really have an opportunity to surround anyone that's getting attacked, so we'll just continue working our way westward here. We do need to decide where we want to use our shifts, though. So we've got 1 artillery, 2 naval, and 3 air. I think this one is pretty key. So I want to excuse me. I want to use at least 2 there. Let's see where we can even use the naval shifts. So this one we cannot, this one we cannot. So our naval shifts are going to be here and here. Those are the only 2 inside the bombardment zone. So I'm thinking maybe let's actually start up here, I guess. So we know we're going to use a naval. So we'll do that. And then an air. So it's going to put us to 4-1. I think that's all we'll do. We'll save the artillery for one of the other ones. So that's going to be a 4-to-1 attack. Ooh, 6. D1. That is the defender's choice, right? Yes. Okay. Well, they either flip that guy or just get rid of that guy. Let's flip. All right, and then determine defense. We could offer defensive support from here, but then they've got a -1. Oh boy. Yeah, I feel like we just need to give that up. We can just do a 1-hex retreat to here. Or we could do a 2-hex retreat into this strong point. Or both. We do that. Let's see who all was involved in that. I think it was just I don't remember now. It was probably everybody. We want to leave them over here to attack this one. So let's go. Just do that. So they lose that improved position marker. All right. So we got these 3 left. This one definitely qualifies for a naval. Let's go ahead and do this one next. So we'll do a naval. So we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 shifts left for 3 more combats. Potentially 3 more. We don't necessarily have to do them all. I think this one's important. We need to try to get past all this flooded stuff here. So we can get a line going like around here. Well, over that way actually. So yeah, I think we give this one a naval and an air. Actually, is he within, where's our, got a headquarters there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's out of range of that one. Where's our headquarters up here? Okay, they're in range of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one's not in range. So with the artillery shift can't go here. I think we go ahead and just use the artillery shift on this one. So that's going to boost that to a 3-to-1. Ooh, 3-to-1 is an A1 DR. I believe, I don't remember who we made as our main assault force. Let's say it was these guys. We didn't have an armor shift, so we don't have to take it on them. And then a DR. Yeah, these guys are pretty exposed anyway. I think they go ahead and pull back to here. That's Bocage, so they can, well, it's a town too, so they can stop after 1 hex. And, we could actually get an armor shift on these guys if we get this tank over here. So I think maybe we go there with him. Let's push these guys into there. Do we want to get them going this way? Maybe we get them going that way. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So now we've got 2 airshifts left. Guess maybe we just do both of these as a 2-to-1. So we'll spend an air shift here. We could just make this one 3-to-1 and hold off on this. Or no, we can't use 2. I don't think. You can't use 2 air markers in the same attack, right? I think maybe later you can. Let's see. Combat modifiers. Air support is on 19.1. Offensive air support. Till turn 17, only 1 air unit per combat may be used again to assist a ground attack. Starting on turn 17, the allied player may use 2 air units per combat. All right, so we'll just do 1 for each, I guess. So this will be 2-to-1. Our main assault force is the 79th Infantry Division with this tank attached. There is no tank shift, however, so 2-to-1. There we go. 2-to-1 6 is an A1D1. Has to come on one of these, so let's take it on this one. Let's take it on this one. then for the defender, oops. Let's flip this guy. I think those guys weren't, they were flipped, right? You get these guys back over, helping those guys out. Let's do, I don't think a determined defense would be wise here. And we could get a +1 from it, but potentially +2. This is already pretty weak. So if we roll well again, like we did over there, they could attacker could lose another step. We are going to do that, though. It might be better leaving this guy, oops, unflipped. Yeah, let's try it. Let's eliminate this one instead for our step loss. And we'll try a determined defense. We'll spend our last supply point to give a +1 and then a +1 from this guy as the lead unit. So +2 on the other column. 3 becomes 5. We do hold, but we lose a step on the lead unit. Come on. All right, so no advance. Then over here, we use our last air shift to make this a 2-to-1 attack. Two. 2-to-1, 2 is an A1 DR. Again, no armor shift, so I'll just take it on these guys. Maybe we try a determined defense with these as the lead unit, so we get a +1. Oh, that's definitely a failure. At least we didn't lose a step. All right, so they can do a 1-hex retreat though, so they will just go to here. And we will push in. this hex. All right. That will conclude the Allied combat phase. No reserve movement or reserve combat, so don't see any supply issues for the Allies. Recovery phase. Yeah, actually recovery phase before supply phase, so we'll get rid of these replacement markers. Oh, we forgot again to disrupt the ones that had to retreat, which was them and them. And this one, but not the one under it. And this one. We know the strong point couldn't have retreated, so I think it's okay to leave them on top. All right, and then we got this replacement marker that can come off. This one, I think that's it. Okay. So, Allied recovery phase, Allied supply phase, and end phase. No airborne withdrawals yet, no automatic victory. So we will advance the turn marker, and we'll be getting our long-awaited U.S. Mulberry construction completed next turn. So I think that's going to do it for turn 6 of Normandy 44. So thanks everyone for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.